Feminism, according to the Urban Dictionary, is the belief that all people are entitled to the same civil rights and liberties and can be intellectual equals regardless of gender. However, you should still hold the door for a feminist. This is known as respect or politeness and need have nothing whatsoever to do with the gender discrimination. The automatic assumption associated with a woman wearing makeup and putting on high heels is that she does so out of vanity or because she wants to feel pretty. However, as we have previously noted, an emphasis on femininity is a choice to recognize her powerful female identity for what it is instead of denying it for what it isn't. Punishing a woman for celebrating herself is a fundamental violation of modern-day feminism. When women get engaged, more jobs are created. When they get involved in literacy, poverty is eradicated. With any problem in the world, things get better. No matter how many years we try to fight this battle, one thing we have to come to terms with, and one crucial reality, is women will always be women and men will always be men, though they may someday find equality. They will never be the same. By choosing to highlight our gender as our identity, a woman is accepting her femininity as a difference, celebrating that difference as a strength. So the truth is, we do believe that feminism can and should be redefined. And there is a whole new wave of us coming down that hatch to do just that. And to the men, it's not interesting that they're not here, but I'm sure they'll troop in sometime. So this is actually for them, and to appreciate all their efforts, the efforts of standing and advocating for us. You are indeed our allies. There aren't enough men around willing to take on the type of society we live in, where women feel forced to work out in the world away from her families because someone advocated for that 50 years ago, or the kind of world where we view our fertility as something that is broken and needs to be fixed instead of the amazing, life-giving, and beautiful phenomenon that it is. There aren't enough of God-fearing men who will stand up for us women, not because we're weak and not because we can't stand on our own, but because they are strong and we need their voices. On September 20, 2014, a young lady, Emma Watson, the Goodwill Ambassador, launched the campaign He for She, and He for She acknowledges that equal rights are not achieved by devaluating men or holding them responsible for gender inequality. The fact is that feminism affects men too, but gender equality cannot be achieved if only women are participating. As we have seen so far, the goal of feminism is to achieve economic, political, and social equality of sexes. Feminism is not a woman's issue. It is a human rights issue, which means men can equally be regarded as feminist when they stand up for gender equality. In fact, if you believe in equality of the sexes, you are already a feminist. But very soon you will see us in groups. You will watch us build communities. You will see us working and lending our talents to all areas of society. You will hear us praying, laughing, and crying with each other. And you will see us encouraging one another and supporting each other. You will meet us and get to know us and find that we love men. We love being their wives and their helpmates. We love sharing ourselves, our lives with them. We love our feminine role, which complements their male role. And God knows we need them. Today, feminists face a challenge far subtler and therefore more difficult than our feminist pioneers. We have attained legal equality, like suffrage and control over our wombs. But now, we are more moved beyond simple legal equality. We require social equality between the sexes. As with anything else, however, different circumstances call for different roles. To achieve true equality with men, we need a shift in the public perception of gender relations and gender roles. Aggression may force changes at Aso Rock, but it does not persuade the masses on our streets. Civility and compassion are what feminism needs. Just because our old methods for achieving equality don't work anymore does not justify feminism fight hatred with more hatred. Martin Luther King said, "Darkness does not drive darkness, only light does." So last month, a couple of weeks ago, I was in Rwanda, and I needed to find out what it is that they have gone through a lot in their lives, what it is that makes the country work. And there was an article that I read that said Rwanda achieved something no other country had ever done before: produce a legislature in which women outnumbered men. The result of last month's parliamentary elections gave women 45 out of 80 seats. This surpasses Rwanda's women's near parity in the outcoming elections, already the highest proportion in the world. So the president of Rwanda praised the election results, saying that a female majority in parliament, I quote, emphasizes the fact that the country's future is being shaped by women. But you see, the reality is that most people are feminist by definition, but don't admit it. I used to go around saying that I'm not a feminist until I actually looked up the dictionary. It says that means that if I'm not a feminist, that means I don't believe in equality. I had the wrong impression that feminist was just taking her bra and burning it and then walking in the streets naked saying that I'm a woman. So I've learned. So I found this quote as I was coming in, and it says, "If you believe in human rights, individual rights, and equality for all, you are a feminist. If not, that's okay. That's right. But we are moving forward without you. Feminism is human right. Are you a feminist?" Before I declare the function open, I would like to seize this opportunity to recognize the incredible panelists, I'm sure they're in there, for their commitment to the development and growth of our being, who we are, our sisters, our development. Because I have been mentored, and I'm still being mentored by a couple of you. Some they know, some they don't. But I look up to them as role models. So I'd like to congratulate you and appreciate you, and ask God to continue to reward you. But in discussion, this agenda, I would like us to ask ourselves two questions and talk about them. And that is, can change fully occur without consequences? Is there a risk of distortion by the media in influencing the concept of feminism? These are two questions I think we should concentrate on and try to understand how we can change our roles or the media or perception of people of what feminism is all about. So today we redefine feminism, and I urge everyone here to do the right thing the smart way, starting right now. So on this juncture, I'd like to formally declare function open, but I would like to appreciate Ini. She is my role model. Yeah, I look up to her a lot. She has been a guide to me and to a lot of women. The issue is not about who you represent, but you work so hard, but yet, look at the way you walk down. You're still very feminine, but she's very powerful. Powerful in what she says and how she says it, with a sense of humility. We must learn to appreciate ourselves, appreciate who we are, love our femininity. There's a reason God made us women. And we can get anything if we just stick to loving ourselves, supporting each other, and just embracing ourselves. The reason men don't take us serious, I think, is because we're scattered. We're everywhere. So I have a sister in Taraba that needs to be supported to run for House of Representative. And then I'm thinking, no, I can do the same. I need to go somewhere else and do that. That's not fair. That's not right. So my job is to make sure that I go with everybody that I can to support her. That is feminism, and we must look at that. The sooner we gather ourselves and work together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. There's nothing we can't do for ourselves and for our nation and for the men. Because after all, you can't do much without us, just like we can't do much without you. But I think we should learn to rally each other, and INI has done just that. Bringing a group of women together and try to solve issues, address issues, talk about it, hug each other, cry with each other. I'm very proud of you. And I wish we could all learn from her, support her, and so we can be one, because we are one. And God made us absolutely beautiful. So let's appreciate ourselves. So I want us to clap for ourselves. Thank you.